Gentlemen, welcome to the 414 podcast. I'm Azar Madani, and as always, I'm joined by the wonderful Tommy Sondy.
That's me.
And the Bodacious Tony O.
Morning, boys.
Mr. Bodacious.
Yeah.
How's it going?
Yes, sir.
How's it going? I think he's flummoxed by that one, eh?
Hey, he doesn't know how to react to
I
it.
am trying to energize, but yes. Bodacious. Trying to think if you've used Bodacious before. I just assume that you've used every word in the dictionary for me. But
I don't think we've quite gotten to that many episodes yet.
No.
Give it another season and we might be there.
Bodacious is new. Bodacious is new. That's
I think
sexy.
so.
That's
I
going,
think so.
That's going to a new level there.
It was.
he's
it
tried
was
this
the
week.
name.
Yeah.
It was the name of the cheapest wine you could get at the wine rack when we were still at Queens.
Jesus, really?
Yeah.
Tony, what does that say? About
It's it wasn't a Saturday night until someone walked in with a bag of Bodacious.
I think
Didn't even come in bottles.
I think I went into that store once. Yeah, wine rack. Yeah. I had some friends that were there every week. Maybe 3 times.
So
a week.
did I.
Were you the friend?
Apparently.
Is there? Were you the friend?
Oh no!
Yeah.
I am not a wine man. I am not a wine man. The only wine I drink is when it's provided for me. I am.
Yeah. You think Zach could be
I am a
wine
moocher
guy?
when it comes to that. No.
Uzak could be a
He
wine
watches-
guy.
He watches
Please.
United. You can't be a
Please.
wine guy. You watch United. Come on. You need
Yeah.
some hard stuff. For that.
Well, exactly.
Wine before, the hard stuff after. Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Tommy, what a week, huh? What a week.
Yeah. Well,
wait.
I mean,
No. What a weekend. What a
No,
weekend.
what a week.
Yes, what a
no.
weekend.
We can talk about the previous week a little
What
bit.
a
too.
lovely 7
The
days
show
we've
notes.
had.
The show notes guys said Arsenal taught them first. So we stick to
There
the
was
show
something that
notes.
happened before that, though.
Yeah,
what-
we should provide
Nothing happened.
context. We should
Yeah,
provide
we should.
context.
We really should. Tony, I'll let you take it away, please.
Provide context. Oh, the
that
man's
wa-
certainly awake, eh? He suddenly
Yeah, it's all coming back to me. Oh man, the nerve of you two, honestly, giving me shit after Arsenal went out to Bayern. Yeah, I was not letting you get away with.
I
last
regret nothing. I regret nothing.
I
know
told
you-
you, I knew it would only last, 3 days. I told you. I need to take that.
Exactly. We gotta enjoy our 3 days,
Enjoy
right,
it.
Tommy?
Yeah, that's
Oh
it.
my god, yeah. I enjoyed the icing on the cake would have been a Jorginho penalty at the end, but I was settled for the Kai brace. Love the celebration.
Oh, wait, did Kai score? Because I was following
He scored.
Chelsea feed,
No,
and
he
it just
def-
said goal
It
scorer. It
just
didn't
said-
say the name.
Yeah,
Yeah, we have
Very
no proof
salty
that Kai
and
No
actually
proof how they
scored.
scored.
very salty admin. No, yeah, he's on a hard streak, man. He was fantastic again on the weekend against Spurs. Probably our best
I
attack.
mean, let's get into it. Spurs 2, Arsenal 3. This game looked really comfortable for Arsenal at one point because Spurs don't know how to defend corners at all.
No.
And also apparently don't know how to defend counter-attacks.
Don't know how to defend.
Leaving Saka, they just don't know how to defend.
Yeah.
There, yeah.
But, I mean, they made it interesting at the end there.
Arsenal, yeah.
Pulling it back, yeah. I mean, I you know what? Declan Rice can claim with that penalty appeal that he got all ball, and he technically wouldn't be wrong.
Got 2 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just hoofed poor Ben Davis in the nuts, but
You can see in his face right after that he knew it was going to be a penalty.
yeah.
Right? he probably
Yes.
thought for a split second, oh, gotten away with it. And he's like, oh, no, VAR. I'm like, fuck, yeah. This is one of the first times I've gone into a North London derby not nervous, at all. Because I just don't think Spurs are very good. And you had their manager talking about how he didn't think set pieces are important.
So
And it was the first time in, I think, at least in 2024, that I didn't see someone marking Ben White. It was weird. He was
He's standing in front of the goalie.
He's
Why
trying
is there
he's
not someone
trying
on
to
him?
take off the goalie's gloves. He's a real wind-up merchant, just distracting the goalie and all sorts. And I'm like, they're not gonna mark Ben White. It's so weird, and the goalie was useless after that. All right, he had no protection, and yeah, we had our way on corners.
Hey,
It
at
was-
least Spurs figured it out and had someone marking Ben White once they were 3-0.
Yeah, in the second half, I'm like, so you did no prep. They had,
Damage is done.
They had 15 days
Damage
off.
is done.
15 days off before this game. What were they doing in those 15 days? Like, it's the most clueless piece of management I've ever seen. And then they bring someone onto marking. I'm like, wow, that's just bad coaching. But yeah,
I agree.
anyway.
It's
Yeah,
funny. It's funny because Arsenal, like first half, I think I saw they had
We
like
did-
25%.
We did not
possession.
play.
They
It was.
were
not
We
good.
played better in the
They were
second
not
half
good.
than we did in the first half. It was strange, even though in
I
the
mean,
second half we
like-
decided to give them 2 goals for some reason. But
Yeah, Arsenal got in that first half after
Lucky.
Arsenal took the lead. They got bailed out by
Lucky.
that close offside call. They got very lucky on that.
my first
And
instinct
otherwise,
was
like Spurs were dominating.
my first instinct was it was offside, and then you see the replay on the other angle, and you're like, oh, that is really close, like with Van de Ven. And then Romero hits the post. He has a header flashed just wide as well. Like we were rocking until we got that second goal, and really great goal from Saka. Lovely ball by Havertz, crossfield
Great
pass.
first touch. Yeah.
Great first touch.
I will question Ben Davies, A, leaving him that wide open, and B, letting him cut in on his left in the box.
There was
Like,
so much space though that because I think it was it was a set piece or something that we counted on them with, and they
it was
Yeah.
from a
yeah,
corner, yeah.
I
It was
think
a
so.
corner.
And they had a penalty appeal on that corner, a soft penalty that they were. Kulusevski was the player who actually the contact was with. He didn't claim anything.
You want to know why? Because he did not go down right away. I think if he goes down right away, he probably gets that penalty, whether it's soft or not. He stumbles, right, and you wait.
He stumbles. No, but he doesn't even really go down. Like he does eventually go down,
Yeah.
but in the process of trying to play that pass to someone,
Exactly. Yeah.
right? Like if you're
Well, like the touch does put him off his balance, and I do
It
agree
does.
with Tommy that if he goes down immediately, then he
Maybe.
probably gets something.
Better-
out
a
of-
better
he might
chance-
get
maybe.
something.
Better chance of
I
that.
have
On the day, I don't think
we
he
have
would've.
seen them given.
Yeah.
We have seen them given.
on the day the way Oliver was refereeing, I don't think he would have given it. But yeah, they leave their defenders 1v1 all the time. It's no wonder Van de Ven's hamstrings are just snapping up like crazy. Like the number of times
The guy,
he had to
the
just
guy's
bail
running
out the
50-meter sprints.
He's
all
running
game.
for everyone. Like they literally rely on him. Sometimes Romero. I mean, we saw on their first goal, Romero he's
Yeah,
up
I
there
was gonna ask,
pressing
why?
Raya. Like
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
just
No,
Romero.
no wonder.
Yeah.
No wonder Raya gives it away. He looks up and he sees fucking
It's like, what the
Sergio
f-
Romero running at him.
The hell
Not
is he
Sergio
doing
Romero. Christian Romero.
Christian
It
Romero.
would be weirder if Sergio Romero
would be
was running at him,
weirder, yeah.
considering he's a goalie who
Yeah.
currently plays, I believe, in South America.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, you know, you're right. He does. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very strange. Yeah. But still, it's still a bad sort of pass clearance. I'm not sure what he was thinking of doing.
He tries to change his mind, I think, and he just it was too casual. He tried to chip it with his left, gets it all wrong. I'm actually surprised that Romero finished it. It's a good finish.
Hey, he gave Spurs a ray of hope, but made the game a lot more interesting for the rest of us.
Yeah, definitely.
Did you just say Ryo Hope? Is
Yeah,
that
yeah.
I might have.
okay? Okay, yeah. Okay.
You and I both know that I have said worse.
You have said much worse, yes. Anyway, Raya, he is getting some heat from fans, which is nuts to me. I think he's had a great season.
The look in Arteta's eyes at the end when he hugged him.
Yeah, we've seen
Mike-
seen that hug before. Yeah, we've seen that hug. Ramsdale's had that hug.
Hey,
Eddie's
yeah.
had that hug.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Looks
yeah.
like we're gonna see a new keeper next season.
No, but right, like he does. I just don't know if there's any goalkeeper who doesn't make that mistake when you ask him to play where he does. He gets a lot of touches on the ball. I don't know. To me, like Alisson, Edison, every now and then they have a brain for it. I'm not gonna kill the guy.
Yeah.
He's had that was the first goal he conceded away from home since January. You know what I mean? Like, to me, he's had a good season. But
I mean, Arsenal end this season against all their top rivals undefeated.
Yeah,
in one game.
Hang on. This is going to play Man United one more time.
Who did we lose to?
They will end it undefeated, but
yeah.
Oh, not losing.
Yeah, not losing. I'm saying, you guys, that's usually the case of a title winner.
I hate Man. Yeah. It's gonna hurt so much. It's gonna hurt so much the way we've played this season, because we have been the best team in the league this season, in my opinion, and it might not be enough. It's like Liverpool 2 years ago, where they were the best team, I think, in Europe, and they end up not winning the league. But this time, it's like Liverpool slipped up a couple of times. We're not even slipping up. Like, we had the one with Villa, and I said you can't slip up once.
That's all it takes. That's all.
Yeah.
You had one. That's one too many.
Yeah. I was gonna say. I was thinking like this yesterday, watching. I was like, who's the player of the season so far? And usually it goes like the player that wins the league. Or a player that is on a team that wins the league, right? And for some reason I was just thinking, it's got to be an Arsenal player, because you look at all the stats, you look at everything, you look at that defense, you're like, it's got to be an Arsenal player. And City may just win the league, but I don't think there's a player on City that I would give credit to do.
If it's a player on City,
Foden's the one guy who's up there.
I guess
Foden's the one guy who's up there from City.
Okay,
he's been consistent throughout.
That makes sense. But
I do
think always leaning toward an Arsenal player.
I do think it should be Gabriel or Odegaard, but yeah.
Right, I think Rice has a shout too.
Rice has a shot. He does have a shot.
Aside from hoofing someone in the balls.
Yeah, he's looked gassed recently, to be fair, but we've asked a lot of him. I think he would have been, relieved to have some legs beside him in Partey, who had a good game. He was our best midfielder on the day. Havertz was fantastic.
Signing of the season, eh? Maybe.
Signing of the season is Rice.
Declan Rice. Declan Rice. Come on now.
But Havertz
is up there.
He has been fantastic.
Havertz is
genuinely, he's been fantastic. Like, since the turn of the year, I think he's probably not scored or assisted in maybe 2 games. Like, he's been really, really good. So, and yeah, he's just rendered Jesus pointless, which is saying much, but
it's
yeah.
I was about to make a very off-color joke. I'm gonna just move right on to a team that has lost their legs a little bit. Much to the joy of everyone on this podcast. West Ham 2, Liverpool 2. Oh dear. The little Klopp celebration train has gone off the tracks. It is. Yeah. Oh no. This is what not being able to beat Man United does to your season.
It's crazy how it all comes back to that.
It all comes back. It started there.
Yeah.
It's so funny to
me. The shame of not winning that game.
The shame. Yeah. Hey, not the shame of not winning that. The shame of also getting knocked out by us in the FA Cup and then not being able to
played you 3 times this season and they didn't win. Like, no way. There was no way they were winning the title after that. That's crazy.
The moment Kwanzaa gave that pass to Bruno Fernandes 50 yards out, their season was done.
Yeah.
And fuck me, they looked done in this game. For like, they went 1-0 behind. They got back in. I mean, got one of the weirder own goals this season.
3 deflections.
Pinball around the box.
Yeah.
3 different West Ham players got a touch on that ball before it crosses the line.
Areola
is the unlucky guy it gets put down for. Cody, people are actually going to celebrate that one with Cody Gakpo. Embarrassing. You don't celebrate that one. That's bad.
I don't blame them for celebrating it. They got kind of a lead. They're taking it.
I'd be embarrassed.
No, it was the equalizer.
I'd be embarrassed.
It was the equalizer, though?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't the equalizer.
I'm pretty sure it was.
Robertson didn't equalize.
Oh, it was. I flipped him around in my head. Yeah, that's my bad. Robertson, how will you forgive me, Liverpool fans?
Yeah.
But just, Mikel Antonio gets the equalizer. Liverpool again have a spell where they're on top. They can't make it count. And then on the sideline, you have Klopp and Salah getting into it.
Yeah, somehow that was not the most bizarre event of the day. The goal, like, first of all, Gakpo should have scored anyway. Like, on the...
Yeah. Oh, he completely whiffs his shot.
No. I'm talking about... So, there's a foul on the goalkeeper. Was it on the goalkeeper? I think it was on the goalkeeper. Can't remember now. And the ref plays advantage because the goalie has the ball in his hands.
Oh, right. Yeah.
He plays advantage for, like, as far as he's concerned, it's done. And then Areola drops the ball. I don't know what he's thinking. Maybe he thinks he's giving a free kick. And then Gakpo goes up to it.
You have to assume he thinks he's giving a free kick, because otherwise it's insane.
Gakpo goes up to it, and I guess the ref blows his whistle. I would still have scored anyway, and just to make it more controversial. And then the ref stops play, and he realizes that he's fucked up.
A mistake.
So he goes over to Areola, and he basically says, "I'm gonna call a stretcher so this doesn't look so bad." And I'm just like,
yeah, get the physio
what
on here.
What is going on? Like, you cannot do this. Like there is no It's not a restart. You've clearly not whistled. So, yeah, that was crazy. That was nuts.
They find something new to do every week, don't they?
Yeah, man.
But honestly, you're right. Gakpo should have. He stops. He should have scored it.
Yeah.
And
he would still have disallowed out the goal, I'm sure, because he blew his whistle. But he should have scored it. I'll be honest, Tommy, I think he was a bit scared of missing. But, yeah. I know that's a forward that's low on confidence. Yeah. But, yeah. I mean, we've seen that before. I mentioned, I think it was Spurs. Was it Spurs that Nani did that against?
Nani against Spurs. He was, I believe a ball got played through. Gomez picked it up, thinking that I think it was like an offside or something like that was called, but the ref played advantage because the ball just went through to Gomez, and Nani was like pushed off the field behind him. Gomez puts the ball down. No whistle is gone because the refs played advantage. Gomez held on to the ball for 5 seconds or something, so the ref's like, right, keep going. Gomez just chucks the ball out. Nani walks up to it, stands there for a second, looks at everyone, and is just like, I'm going to put this...
He looks at the ref. Nani looks back at the ref, but then he scores. And, that's what you do. Put the ball in the back of the net. Yeah. Give the ref a decision to make. But, yeah, anyway. Bizarre. Liverpool... I mean, we've been saying Liverpool, it's not sustainable. Their forwards are not, like... Right now, Nunez is out of favor. Gakpo doesn't score. Like, it's either
Salah is not starting anymore. Like, he's been dropped 2 out of 3 games. Salah.
He's not playing well.
So. He's been terrible.
He's not playing well. Yeah. But this happens with Salah, right? Like after AFCON, and he doesn't finish seasons well. Salah. It used to be Mane that carried the burden, but they don't have that anymore, and the guys they signed to replace them are not delivering. Jota never really became that guy, so it's
Jota just can't stay fit.
He's injured. That's the problem.
Yeah, it's remarkable.
I enjoyed Salah and Klopp getting into a little argument on the sidelines.
I wonder what that was about.
Well,
yeah, I'm curious.
When I'd love to get the lip readers on that one. Yeah. Klopp going up to Salah saying something, and Salah just kicking off and getting angrier and angrier after it. But very funny to me. It's funny when it happens to other teams, Normally it's us. And then Salah going through the press conference area afterwards when reporters were asking about this, he said, he essentially pulled a Mourinho. I prefer not to speak. If I speak, there will be fire.
Yeah, there's no need to say. I mean, it wasn't as aggressive as they made it seem, but it's just an unnecessary statement. It doesn't look good.
I think Klopp afterwards did say it was all handled in the dressing room. Everything's fine. He said that after, but I mean, usually that's what.
What's he gonna say? Yeah.
Remember
what I said, Tommy? Coaches lie. Coaches lie.
No, I don't want to believe it.
Yeah.
They're supposed to be
Klopp would never.
Bringers of truth. Yeah. But I'm not Arsenal, but Liverpool. Yeah, we were saying it back in January, like very unsustainable, and they were scoring. But when that scoring dries up, their defense was conceding way too much, and it caught up to them. They couldn't handle Bowen in this game at all. I think it was Bowen's cross, right, for Antonio. That's for the equalizer too, right? I think, yeah.
Just
lovely cross.
Just a little rascal, Bowen. Yeah, little rascal in the box. How he wins and scores so many headers, despite his height, is fantastic.
Yeah.
But yeah,
He's very Tim Cahill in terms of winning headers.
no one's Tim Cahill. He's not.
No one. Yeah.
Tim Cahill was a
Budget Tim
freak.
Cahill.
He was a
Budget
freak
Tim
in the
Cahill.
air. Yeah.
Cahill was
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, speaking of Tim Cahill, Everton, when they beat Liverpool, it was midweek, right? I think it was midweek they beat Liverpool. It was their first win in the derby at home since Tim Cahill was actually a player.
Tim Cahill and Mikel Arteta. That's
exactly.
yeah.
That is a stat right there.
That was it. That was an Everton team. Cahill, Arteta.
Pinar.
Yeah.
That was
Those
an
were the
Everton
days.
team.
Yeah.
Steven Pienaar, yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, what a who was their striker back in? No, I guess Cahill was the striker. Right?
Tim
No, Yakubu was a striker.
They had Andy Johnson.
Cahill
for a
played
bit
behind.
As well.
Yakubu was up front typically.
Yakubu.
Yeah.
Cahill played as a
Yak.
support striker behind. Yeah. Very old school 4-4-1-1. Big striker, little striker. Yeah.
David
What
Moyes,
a
man.
team.
David Moyes.
Yep. Yeah.
I mean, well, we can. I think we're safe to say we're paring this down from a 3-horse race to a 2-horse race now. And the other horse in this particular race is Man City, who beat Forest 2-0 at the City Ground. The City Ground, which incidentally is Forest's home stadium.
Yeah.
Very confusing for this particular game. Do you think Chris Wood thought he was playing for City? Because the chances he missed in this game, I would back any of the three of us, and I'm including myself in this, and I am a notoriously shit finisher. I am backing myself to do better with these than Chris Wood.
We know Chris Wood, though, so we know that he's missed how... Remember the one he missed about a month ago? He was right beside the right post, and he puts
And
it
he hit the
wider
post.
over. Or he hit the post, yeah.
He smashed
We've
the post.
Seen this.
Yeah.
We've seen his misses.
Then he goes on a messy run against Newcastle.
Very strange player.
They had so many of those chances. Even on one of his misses, there was a rebound from like a yard out that the guy somehow manages to put over. It's just Forrest just didn't want to score. It just felt like they didn't want to score. It's so annoying. I'm so glad I didn't watch this game. But people kept sending me messages that, like, Arsenal fans, obviously, that what the hell is going on? Like, yeah, City won't concede.
Is it 116th charges incoming? Find out that they paid off Chris Wood in this one. 117. How many are we up to now?
Let's say 17. Yeah, let's keep it low.
Yeah, there's probably an extra one in there somewhere.
Yeah.
We'll find another one next week.
Yeah.
Somehow Gvardiol has turned into quite the shooting and scoring guy.
All of a sudden, man, he's a late season Grealish this season. Yeah, he's just all of a sudden he's woken up, fully integrated, looking a decent player. Yeah,
he's City's who was it? Gundogan would always come up late with those goals, right?
Yeah.
And now they found him.
So they're not playing well. So like I can't. Okay, midweek they slapped up Brighton. We'll talk about Brighton later. But
they did not play. But they did not. You're right. They didn't play well in this one. Like if you look at, like XG is not the be all end all, but Forest more than doubled them in XG. Yeah. Forest had over 2 expected goals, scored none. City had under 1, scored 2.
Yeah,
I mean, helps that Erling Haaland is back from his week off. His little software update, a little plugged into the wall at the Etihad for a week, recharge him. Back on the score sheet.
Yeah,
back on top of the Premier League top goal scorers by 1. Yeah, see if you can keep it up, do it again.
See if Chelsea get any penalties.
Yeah, well, Palmer's he's also in like a little bit of a. He was sick and he didn't play very well the other day.
The man just didn't want that hiding on his CV. There was nothing wrong with Palmer. He saw Arsenal coming up.
That was the case.
He's like, I'm sitting this one out, lads. Yeah.
How could he do this? How could he do this to Cole Palmer FC?
Mm-hmm. He's like, nope, you guys are on your own. Yeah. Don't blame him. It's
I don't blame him one
good
bit.
decision making. No. Yeah, protect your career, lad. Yeah, well done. Yeah.
with City, they've got, who do they play next? They have Wolves next.
They're gonna beat up Wolves badly, I think.
Yeah, Wolves are a little bit decimated by injuries. Then they've got Fulham, and then Spurs, and then I think they have one more. And then West Ham on the last.
That's just a problem. You can see them winning all those games. It's so difficult to have any hope. Like, I'm looking, is there any tricky fixture? And I'm looking, yeah.
Well, tell you what, Spurs seem to always.
I know, but
the worst Spurs teams will do weird stuff against them.
Yeah, but they beat them already. They got over that hump. They beat Spurs already. I think it's this season, right?
Did they? I don't think so.
Maybe it was in the cup. It was in the cup, maybe. Right?
No, they beat them 1-0 in the league because Vicario fucked up on a corner.
That's what that game was.
There you go.
So they have that monkey off their back now, where they can, we can beat Spurs. Okay, it's
but is the monkey only temporarily off their back? Who's to say? I guess we'll find out.
I mean, the thing is,
isn't it chicken with Spurs? It's a chicken, right? Yeah, chicken on the
chicken.
Yeah, but anyway,
I mean, you were saying this game.
Just the mental image of someone having a chicken on their back will never not bring me joy.
Yeah.
Tony, you're saying like you can see them winning all the games. I agree, but the way they played today against Forest,
they've been doing that for weeks. They've been winning.
And if they just come across a team that's finishing clinically that day, like that Muniz on Fulham. If he's just finishing good and they have the same chances, Fulham could pull up a little bit of a draw there.
Tommy, do you mean the same Rodrigo Muniz that you said would disappear after a week that we'd never hear from again?
I'm just gonna say it would be very fitting if this is the guy that comes in and stops City's title race.
You can say it was you. Yeah, you're the one that won Arsenal the title, basically.
And then Tony will be sending me a gift package. Yeah, in the mail.
A Haribo.
Yeah.
Gift package of Haribo.
Big.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Lifetime supply. Yeah.
All right, let's move on into the comedy section of the podcast. We'll kick it off with Chelsea. Villa 2, Chelsea 2. Nico Jackson's funny, man.
Oh my god, he's useless.
Finally puts the ball in the net. He's offside.
The guy is useless.
He knows. His body knows when he's offside. I can finish now. Yeah,
tell you what, if you sign a striker and put him on the wing, you might have something. Like, he does everything well until he gets in front of the keeper. Or in front of the post. No need for the keeper. Just in front of the net. Like, he's such a weird footballer.
Yeah.
Well, his movement's good. His close control's good. He's quick. He's got some strength. He's got some weight about him until he gets to the box. And then he just turns into... I don't know, man. Like, he has this new hairstyle. I don't know if that was supposed to inspire him into something. It's so weird, but... Yeah,
not everyone can be like Ronaldo and a new hairstyle.
Yeah,
box,
new hair, same Nico Jackson.
I don't remember. I was gonna say I don't remember. He said on the wing. I think when we played City, he was on the wing.
Was Palmer up front? I can't remember.
And he was a bit more effective there for sure with his speed and taking. Yeah, so it does work. Yeah.
He wasn't more effective. He just wasn't tasked with scoring because he still missed chances that day, right? If it wasn't for him, you'd have won that game like 3 or 4-0.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, so
I think Tommy's talking about the game in the league against City where they drew 1-1. Because I remember Jackson playing on the wing in that one, and
that's the game.
He actually looking good.
That's the game I mean.
I thought you were talking about the FA Cup.
No,
you guys have played City so many times.
I'm talking about the league. Sterling scored in that game, no? Or am I mixing it up? Sterling scored in that game, I think.
Yeah, he did.
He and Sterling were just missing chance after chance after chance that day, and that was when Rodri.
First half, we had so many chances. That's right.
We're talking.
Yeah.
It could You could put that any big game with Chelsea. They just,
except for mid.
Cucurella is getting destroyed by Bailey in the first half.
No surprise there.
But second half, Poch, he went back to his original season tactics where he plays Cucurella inside. He looked much better, much more comfortable there, receiving the ball in between the lines as opposed to a 1v1 battle with his fullback. I think Cucurella scored an own goal in this game, didn't he? The first goal.
Definitely, yeah. That was Cucurella.
Yeah. Chelsea looked much better in the second half after that tactical switch. Emery kind of called off the dogs.
Villa was very poor, I think, second half. And I think if that goal stood,
would have been deserved.
It would have been, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It would have been a deserved win, you'd say, because we were definitely a better team. I personally think that's a foul. You can't just push a defender like that.
Yeah.
No chance. And I don't know why the Chelsea players they're kids. They're arguing about the ref. Like, no, I don't know. Whatever. It's a foul. You're not getting that goal. There's no point. But the Gallagher goal was really nice.
Oh, left foot as well. Yeah.
Yeah, left foot in the top corner. You don't expect that from him, to be honest. But
I have to say,
the second half for me was good. Yeah.
Your midfield looked much better without that guy in there. I don't know whether it's just having legs, but Gallagher and Caicedo looked much.
Caicedo
more.
Was very good. Caicedo was very good this game.
Listen, Enzo's been playing through a.
I'm not giving him that.
Sports
No, I'm not giving him that.
Tony, I was gonna mention that as there, but I know Tony's like no.
I'm not giving him that.
Sorry, we
He
forget
did
when Tony makes up his mind about something. There is no.
He did not arrive at Chelsea with this injury, and he's been like this the entire time.
Okay, I was asking about recently, Tony. Please, relax.
I just don't think
it's Enzo Fernandez. I don't take anything about him personally.
No,
I don't care. I don't care enough. I got my own problems to worry about.
Enzo and Caicedo, from what we've seen, we have a big sample size.
Doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
Yeah.
I think it's fair to say
it would be a real shame if you spent 230 million on the
you spent 230 million on that midfield.
Didn't even check to see if they work together, man.
Work together. Yeah.
No worry. You just missing.
This is like buying an expensive electrical appliance and you don't have the right voltage.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's the point of this?
Get a transformer.
Did you keep the receipt? Can you at least exchange?
Lavia's a transformer. That's the problem. He's the one that makes it all stick together. Yeah.
Another one.
Why you bought a busted transformer?
Yeah,
but another one of those guys that we're not even sure exists. You know, we've heard that he's played some time in the Premier League back in December. 15 minutes. That's what we heard.
Allegedly. I'm pretty sure I watched this game and I don't remember him coming on.
I don't remember seeing him either. So. But I don't feel like going back to watch that game to see if he actually did.
Why would you do that? That would be insane. Why would you put yourself through more of this?
Crazy.
We're so Tommy. We're so close to it being over.
I know. Yeah, there was
so close.
So it was about 3 weeks ago. Or a month ago. We were like, oh yeah, but we have that FA Cup semi-final. That's what we look forward to.
What a horrible weekend that was for both of us.
No, but Uzer still has, something to look forward to.
And I will say it again. What a horrible weekend that was for both of us.
On the topic of petulant children, very quickly, Madueke, he's got a lot about him. I think it was your best player on the day. He destroyed Digne. He destroyed Digne over and over and over. But he's just, I'd hate to play with the guy. I hate to have the guy on my team. He's a dick, man. He's a real. He's in the center of everything controversial with Chelsea. He plays with a chip on his shoulder. Yeah, he plays like he's the best player on the team, which he's not, right? But I don't know.
He's got a bad temperament for sure.
Yeah,
and like you've mentioned before, he's a very solo guy.
Yeah,
he's not a team player.
No, he's not. Yeah,
and
but
he was the one that wanted the penalty from Palmer, if I believe, right?
He's done that 3 times. He's done that 3 times with Palmer. He's trying to up his stats. But
I feel like that's what Chelsea.
Is he also on an 8-year contract?
I am assuming they all are at this point.
Safe to
Thiago Silva is on an 8-year contract.
No, Thiago Silva he's announced that he's leaving at the end of the season, which is no shocker. We all knew that. But he's been here, Thiago Silva, for 4 years. Hard to believe, eh?
Yeah, he's been a good signing. I was a bit skeptical at the start, but he's been a good signing.
I did not. When you signed him, I fully did not think he had the legs anymore. But no, he's been. Like this season, you can see he's starting to slow down, but like up to this point,
he's been by far your best center back, which says a lot.
And he was starting up until the point until his wife puts out a tweet criticizing Pochettino, and then he all of a sudden didn't play. Now he's back in.
I don't think it has anything to do with his wife. I think he just couldn't play multiple games. right? Like,
But he was out of the squad for like a good month or more.
oh, was it? I thought he was injured.
Yeah, it was
he wasn't
a lot.
injured.
No, he was not. No way, not injured.
Oh,
No,
okay.
no. Yeah, it was definitely something where I think Pochettino wanted to prove a point or something. But either way, he's
well,
gone.
he showed him, right?
Yeah,
showed him. Yeah. All right. Well done.
Let's move on. Let's move on to the other side of the comedy coin. Man United won, Burnley won. I have seen this game before.
How did you score? I can't remember who scored. Oh, Anthony. Fuck yeah, real comedy.
I know it.
Yeah,
it was actually a nice finish too.
Hey, relegate Burnley just for that. How dare you let Anthony score?
I don't know how you guys get results, man. I don't know how you get results. Like, getting a draw in this game was incredible. Honestly.
Onana was at points incredible with his saves in this game.
I mean,
he made a lot of big saves in the first half, and then right at the death,
he's got good
what
reflexes.
Casemiro is doing with that ball. I don't know what Casemiro is doing with that ball, heading it just straight up, and then Onana just basically. He's like, hey, the refs fucked up against Wolves in week 1. Let's give them a chance to make a makeup call right now. Get this one right this time.
He's trying to head it back to Onana to pick up.
He's done a shit job of it.
Yes. With Man United, I don't even know where to start, man. Like, have you seen Mino is struggling now? He's fully struggling at the moment in there.
He is. It's the fucking quicksand sinkhole that is our midfield.
Who played beside him? Mino and who?
Eriksen.
What kind of?
Yeah, I would like to talk now briefly about Ten Hag's subs, because around the 60-minute mark, there was a through ball played for Eriksen. Eriksen's basically in on goal, does not have the legs anymore. Defender catches up to him. Eriksen can't shoot, has to try to play a pass across. There's no space for it, gets cut out. A sensible person. You, me.
Oh yeah, he left him on.
Listeners, in general. Hush, 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 hush. Hush, hush, hush. A sensible person would see this 34-year-old man, Christian Eriksen, a man who's, in the twilight of his career, who does not play week in, week out, does not start games week in, week out, plays maybe 20 minutes a week at most. I would see him having started this game, he's run ragged at this point, and he's tired, and be like, I should sub him off. We're 0-0 in this game, we need to get a goal, we need some fresh legs in midfield. Sure, there's injuries and stuff, but you have McTominay, sure, bring him on for Eriksen. Instead, a bald motherfucker goes ahead and subs off Mainu and Højlund. Two of our younger players, two of our guys who can still cover ground. And brings on, I forget who he even brings. He brings on Ahmad and McTominay. Eriksen midfield.
McTominay is fine. Amrabat. He brings on Amrabat. Yeah.
No, Amrabat comes on later. And not in this sub.
I will say, Maino needed to come off. Højlund he should have kept on. I don't know what was going on with that sub.
I don't know why he subbed off Højlund.
And the entire stadium did not like that sub.
But also, you need to take off Eriksen before you take off Mainu. Mainu's not. But, you take both off, I can understand that. There's no way Eriksen should stay on there. You've just seen him... I'm
just surprised that you're not singing his praises.
Are you surprised?
No, you're not singing his praises because you criticized. You were saying, "Don't take Garnacho off." He didn't take Garnacho off. He kept him on.
Yeah, he found a different thing to fuck up. I didn't want to take Garnacho off because Garnacho actually does. He drives at defenders. He gives them a problem to solve. Ten Hag is creating. Why is Ten Hag giving us problems to solve? We can barely solve our opponent's problems. Ten Hag's giving us more.
And then his interviews after are just embarrassing. Talking about dominating the opposition. I'm like, first of all, you're playing Burnley. And second of all, even on the X, it's not like you dominated on XG. So it's
hey. In Ten Hag's defense, we
shots.
Only conceded 16 shots this game. Wow. Yeah. That is
some improvement.
20% less than our usual. That is embarrassing for Burnley, frankly.
Oh man, I don't know what to say about United at the moment.
We don't know what to say anymore.
It's flogging a dead horse, man.
It is the same thing. Yeah.
What's that? The definition of madness is doing the same thing over and over again.
Oh, he's trying. That's why he's doing different stuff, Ten Hag. Yeah.
And yet still, he seems clinically insane. Trying to compare this team to the 04-05 Man United team.
Yeah, he did that. He did that as well. Like
that team lost 5 league games all season. This current iteration of Man United has lost 12, and there's still 4 to go. That team had a plus 30 goal difference.
What's your goal difference now?
Is 1.
It's
one.
Oh, it's 1.
Which means we will be losing a goal. We will be losing a game by a single goal.
He's been the
get
worst.
That back to 0.
Since I started watching football, he's been the worst manager you've had. In my opinion, I don't see any positives to his tenure. I could say something about every coach.
What were the positives for David Moyes?
Fellaini. Fellaini was a positive.
Yeah,
okay.
He's reaching.
I genuinely forgot David Moyes was at Euro Club at one point.
I've been trying to forget, but Ten Hag is reaching Moyes levels.
Yeah, I don't see a difference.
I haven't forgotten the 90 cross game against Fulham that we had.
With David Moyes, there was a style of play. It was just awful. But I could recognize it. It was cross the ball into the box for Fellaini and Cahill. Just missing Cahill, right? And in this situation, I don't know what you're trying to do now. There was a semblance of a style of play last season in bits. Now, it's just nothing. Like, it's just vibes, and it's bad vibes, right? Like, yeah, I don't know. It's such an uninspiring guy. Yeah.
On the flip side for Burnley, they're kind of in with a shout still because they're gaining ground on Luton and Forest. They're only 1 point behind Luton, only 2 points behind Forest. It's 3 games to go for all 3 teams now. It's getting tight, especially because Forest and Luton can't seem to buy a win.
You know how amazing it would be, guys?
If Burnley somehow survived this?
Did Burnley play Forest on the last day? Can you imagine we had that game for to stay up? Like that would be fun.
Give me
that. Fun, right?
Give me that.
Give me
that. I want that.
Relegate all of them.
Tony, it's fun for everyone but Tony. He just doesn't want to see any of these teams.
I don't, man.
I love a relegation scrap.
I do too.
It's like watching 2 drunk guys brawl outside a pub. You know they're both shit, but someone's gonna win.
I'm not inspired by those teams now. Normally it's interesting. I just think they're all gonna go down. Like the bottom 3 are gonna go down. Yeah. But...
Well, it should be better next year because the Leicester confirmed coming up, so they should be a better team. You'd think than these 3.
Yeah.
But
Leeds are struggling.
There's one.
But I think
Leicester are coming up with the points deduction. So
there's that.
Welcome to the Premier League. Here it is on hard mode. Yeah.
Boy. That sucks.
All right, let's quickly start running through the rest of these games before we run out of time. Everton 1, Brentford 0. Idrissa Gana Gueye with the only goal in this one. Everton safe.
Great week.
Daichi does it again.
Great week for them.
I mean,
amazing week.
Look at Everton's recent run. They had that weird game against Chelsea where they got slapped up like 6-0. But other than that, they've won 4 of their last 5
Everton
games.
have had a very good season. The only reason they're where they are is a point deduction. Daesh has done a good job this season. They've had a very good year.
They've got the best defensive
4th best defense
outside
4th best defense in the league,
right? Or at top
like you need to,
even you can include the top 4 and they're 4th best in the league.
You add 10 points to them and you see how good like their season is. I think what would that put them at if you added 10 points?
I think mid-table.
They'd be
11
or 11th or 12th.
Yeah, exactly. So real credit to them.
No, absolutely. Yeah. Considering the lack of investment in that squad and stuff as well, and the financial constraints, plus whatever the cloud of ownership that they've been playing under, brilliant job by Daesh.
Can't say lack of investment, but I get what you mean. Yeah.
But lack of investment for Daesh in particular this summer.
Yeah.
So Pickford is he clean sheet leader now for goalies?
Reyes won the Golden Boot Glove already.
Oh, it's already confirmed, like 100%.
Yeah. Pickford's, I think, 3 or 4 behind. He's second, I think, but 3 or 4 behind Raya.
Okay.
What else? Brentford, I mean, they're coasting. They figured out their shit a couple of weeks ago, got themselves safe, and they're just coasting to the end of the season now. So,
okay, I just checked. It's 2, so he still got a chance.
Raya.
Still got a chance.
Raya has already
Raya's
won the
14.
gold.
Pickford's got 12.
That can't be right. That probably means
I'm looking at.
That probably means that they're not counting his Brentford his Brentford time.
Maybe.
But anyway, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure Raya had already won it. They announced it on the weekend. So.
Okay.
Oh, Tony's starting to look like a sketchy source to me.
Premature announcement. Yeah.
Apparently, he'd won it. The Liverpool Everton game was
Hey, Tony, we are moving on, my friend. We are moving on to Wolves 2, Luton 1. All I have written next to this is they gone, because I think Luton are gone.
Yeah, they need to win all their games if they want a chance, and they're not going to win all their games.
Who are you talking about?
I'm talking about Luton.
How do they need to win all their games? They only need to...
I'm just hypothetically
they need to, Tommy. They need to win one game, which they will not do.
Yeah, I know, but like Forest are gonna win. I'm gonna bet.
Where is this confidence in Forest coming from? Like they're all shit.
I'm just saying. I know, but for
did you not see what Chris Wood was doing on Sunday?
Yeah, but you saw what he did for that 1 month spell where he was, so good. And
no, it wasn't it was a 1 game spell against Newcastle.
Yeah, he had a couple. It was 2 games. I think it was 2 or 3 games. Yeah.
Look, maybe he just really hates the Saudi government. What can I say?
Maybe that's it. But for me, if Luton...
Chris Wood is all about the right to protest.
Yeah. I mean, I do think Luton will go down because I don't think any of them are going to win. Just,
It's just they're all going to go winless to end the season.
Like, somehow Forest and... who is it? Forest and Burnley, they will both lose that game. Somehow. I don't know how, but yeah.
Yeah,
it'll be truly inspiring stuff.
The first game ever where both team loses. I can't wait to see it. Okay. Well, there we go. Enough said about Luton, eh?
Yeah. they gone. Bournemouth 3, Brighton 0. We mentioned earlier in the podcast that we wanted to briefly talk about Brighton. They are down to 12th this season. They don't have a win in their last 5 games. They've lost 3 of their last 5 games. They've lost their last 2. They have a -5 goal difference. I mean, they've conceded 57 goals this season. Like, it's like you could see them falling further as well. Like, Fulham are only a point behind them. Palace are 4 points behind them. It's not been great.
Ever since they lost to in the Europa League, they got beat by Roma. It's been just straight downhill from there. Straight downhill. And I know they lost Mitoma, right, to long-term injury. They've got a couple other injuries there. But yeah, it's been interesting to see them just, even on XG, they're not winning anymore, right? They used to always win on XG and not get points. I don't think they're winning on XG anymore. So we can't call it XG anymore, can we?
I think
I mean, we could.
What's his face? De Zerbi has put himself on display for other clubs. I think he's checked out of Brighton a long time ago. That first half against Man City was, to me, a disgrace. Like, trying to do what they're doing against the best team in the league is just beyond arrogant. And they're not playing well. So, I don't know. It's one thing, all this talk of style of play and philosophy and all this, but nah. I don't think that's a good way to set up your team if you're interested in getting results. But, hey, he's leaving. We know he's leaving because he's been talking about it for a long time. This might be the time for me to try something new. And I'd expect him to go to one of the top teams in Italy. So, we'll see. But, talk of Juventus.
Which ones have a... I was going to say, because I think Milan will have an opening as well.
Yeah.
Juventus will have an opening.
Let's talk Allegri may stay.
Allegri may stick
but
around.
they
Allegri might stick
they are
around?
looking at...
oh, God.
At, what's his name?
Allegri is like fucking mold, man.
He is as
to get rid of.
I think he's leaving if Allegri stays. Yeah. So it's Allegri or Chiesa. Yeah. I'd back Chiesa to win that battle. Allegri's been
Me too.
poor.
Me too.
Yeah. Yeah. What else do we have? Newcastle 5, Sheffield United 1.
Relegated.
Sheffield United. are the first team relegated from the Premier League this season.
Hey.
The fact that they managed to survive this long is astonishing and a true indictment on the rest of the league.
When that happened officially, Tony for sure had a drink just to celebrate. For sure, you did, right? A little glass of whiskey to celebrate Sheffield being one of those three being officially gone.
Look, hey, Tommy, we have established today that Tony is a bodacious man. We know he had a glass of wine.
Is bodacious red? Is it red or white? Is it?
It is whatever color you want it to be.
It's got to be red.
Yeah. I mean,
look, Sheffield United have... Look, the big thing for me is Sheffield United are going for that Swindon Town record of the most goals conceded in a Premier League season. Swindon Town conceded 100 goals. Sheffield United are on 97 with 3 games to go. The more impressive thing is, Swindon did that in a 42-game Premier League season. Sheffield United are destroying this record. They've already set the record for like 38
What did I
game
tell
one.
you?
This is astonishing.
This
This is historic
the
stuff.
the Premier League has ever seen. You were comparing them to what team was it in Serie A? I can't remember now. Salernitana. Yeah. Not even. Salernitana.
I want to hear Tommy pronounce all the teams from all the leagues.
Salernitana. They're not even close. Salernitana is much better.
All right. Well, next week's pod. Okay, guys, we're going to skip this.
1 hour. Look,
and...
Look, I'm just saying. I would have a great time if we just had 1 hour of Tommy reading off obscure team names.
We're going to start with the Kazakhstan Pro League and go from there.
That's, to be fair, that's closer to your region, so you should know those pronunciations.
Yeah, I should be okay.
Tommy,
yeah.
Tony, I don't... How good is your geography? Because Kazakhstan is nowhere near Poland.
Closer. Then Italy? Okay, no.
Then Italy?
Fair enough. Yeah.
Are you mad?
I was more thinking from Nigeria. I was thinking Nigeria.
More like Eastern Europe kind of culture.
Yeah, I was actually thinking it would be interesting to see Tommy pronounce Nigerian names. But, yeah, in my head.
Oh, I would love that. I will say that, too.
Yeah, we were talking about Sheffield United.
Hey, summer pod special. We got no football for you, but we do have pronunciations by me.
Yeah, Euros will be going on. We'll just be going through team names
right after.
Word of the day. Yeah, Tommy's word of the day will be a new club, a new region. Yeah.
All right.
Anything else to say about Newcastle Sheffield? I mean, he's not got a hat trick.
Did he score a hat trick?
He's now up there for
two goals.
Oh no, he got two. My bad.
Bad boy striker.
But yeah, he's getting up there for top scorer now. Like,
yeah, 21 for Haaland, 19 for Isak.
I think it's the lowest in a long time, man. Right? Maybe since was it Anelka won it in 2009?
This is what a normal season.
Yeah, I was gonna say this feels more normal. Yeah,
like the 20 to 25 range is where, like, I remember a lot of golden boots being in like the 20 to 25 range. Mm-hmm. There was a year that Berbatov and someone shared it with 20 goals.
Yeah, but that sounds like a down year to me. Yeah.
That was a down year.
Because like usually Jamie Vardy, Harry Kane, like they're usually high. Salah, they're high up there. There was a season Aubameyang won it with, maybe like 21 or 22 or something. But
I feel like when like the late 2000s was a more like 20 to 25 range.
In the Cristiano Ronaldo era?
Didn't Drogba win it one year? Not in his 2008 year, but because that year he had like 30 or 31. Something. But like I don't know why 30, I felt like it
is an outlier-ish. It's not that much of an outlier, but it like I would expect 25 to 30 would be the range you'd expect from the Golden Boot.
I mean, we may still see 25,
probably.
Right?
Yeah. But yeah. Anyway, yeah.
And lastly, I mean, what was the last result? Fulham 1-1 Palace. Look, Eze didn't play.
Well, they say I didn't have his shooting boots on. But
we had obviously Yeah, and Rodrigo Muniz did as he continues on his absolute
First goal in
tear
4
despite Tommy.
for him, I think. So he's been on a bit of a drought.
Yeah, it's because Tommy didn't mention him for a few weeks, right? He needs that motivation.
Yeah, I still think Fulham could do something. Could do something against City. Yeah.
You know what? It's good that someone believes in them doing something against City.
Yeah, it's not over. It's not over, Tony.
Hey, I just want us to win all our games.
For sure.
And then see what happens. But what can you do? We're doing what we can do.
Yeah, I mean, you finished
89 points.
89 points,
enough
right?
to win the league last season.
That's pretty darn good.
So.
That's pretty darn good.
Yeah.
And well, I guess we get to look forward to Champions League this midweek, Europa League, Chelsea against
Chelsea
Tottenham.
Spurs.
Yeah,
that is the thing I am most excited for is Chelsea Spurs because I think that game is going to be a car crash.
Yeah, I mean it's going to be entertaining in ways.
Absolutely,
for sure.
It'll be nice for me to watch it as a neutral. Just sit back, enjoy the show. That's how I assume everyone else enjoys United games.
Maybe it's our turn to go down a player and see if Spurs can do what we did. What was it? 4-1, right?
They were down 2 players.
They were down 2
on that one.
Right.
Yeah, you need to give them 2
Bad
players
week
to
for Chelsea.
even it out.
Chelsea women as well, crashing out controversially to Barcelona. Very controversial red card in that game. Emma Hayes is fair.
Going from what, a quadruple to possibly nothing?
Yeah, they're relying on
special.
City to drop points at the moment. They're tied on the same, virtually the same points. So, exciting season there. But, yeah. Anyway.
Alright, for more talk about Bodacious Wine. Not a sponsor, but, we'll take it if they're listening. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at 442. Subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. As always, thank you for joining me, Tommy.
All right, thank you guys.
And thank you for joining me, Tony.
Enjoyed the chat, as always.
Thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.